Hi, I'm Heather Bertnetti for eHow.com. Today I want to talk to you about poached fruits. Poached fruits are probably one of the most simple things you can possibly do. However, the variations of poached fruits you can do is infinite. So today I want to show you two, one being a plum and one being a strawberry one. So the first poaching liquid that we're going to make is just simple syrup. Simple syrup is just a 1-to-1 ratio. That means 1 cup of sugar to 1 cup of water, or whatever quantity you want to use. So we're just going to bring to boil the cup of sugar plus the cup of water and give it a little bit of a whisk. Now while we're waiting for this to come to a boil, this is the part where I'm going to prepare my fruit. I just have regular store-bought strawberries here. And depending on your application for them, depends on how you want to cut them. I'm just going to quarter these strawberries. This later on will be a topping for a cake. These are great with parfaits, trifles. So when I add my fruit to the bowl, I want to make sure that I try to make a thin layer. We want to make sure that we get as much of the fruit submerged in the hot liquid as possible. Back to our syrup that has now come to a boil. We're just going to pour this over the top, like so. So now I'm going to cover this with some aluminum foil and set it aside. So once it's covered tightly, this is literally the poach. We're going to set this aside and it'll take care of itself. We'll check back on it in about 30 minutes. So now we're going to move on to the white wine poaching liquid here. This same recipe can be done with red wine as well. It works very well with pears and it gives it that nice red flavor. So here we have 1 cup of wine. We're going to add this to the sauce pot. So we're going to give this a little bit of a whisk and bring it up to a boil. And we're going to do what I like to call an infusion. Infusions just mean that you can add any kind of spice that you want and it'll take on the flavor in the fruit. In this case, I'm going to use cardamom. Just about 1/4 teaspoon. A little bit goes a very long way. We'll whisk that in. Smells great. So while we're waiting for this to boil, we'll just prep our fruit. Here I have plums. So I just slice along the sides of the pit. And this I'm going to cut about 1/8 of an inch thick slices. I want them to look pretty, so I just discard the ends, but you can use those too if you'd like. So now that our white wine poaching liquid has come to the boil, we're going to pour it over our plums. Do the same thing that we did with the strawberries. And that's it. Set this off to the side for about 30 minutes and we'll check them. Now that it's been 30 minutes that our fruits have been waiting, poaching, I want to show you a little test. Just take a fork and stab the fruit and it should slide right off. So now for storing the poached fruits, just use a slotted spoon or a spatula, and these can stay in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. There's so much sugar in these, you might be able to go a little longer. And remember, you can always save your poaching liquid and use it 2 more times. Especially when it comes to the wine, it gets better with age. If you add any infusions or any spices, it definitely gets better with age. And that's it, guys. These are our poached fruits. I'm gonna go decorate a cake with them now. I'm Heather Bertnetti. Catch me next time on eHow.com.